much with life with the Browns. This is the afternoon now, not the morning, where you would have saw us making coffee and getting ready and everything, and we went and did some grocery shopping at the local fruit shop, which is really cheap and really good, and it sells produce that's in season, much better than going to a supermarket, which is a whole other debate. Anyway, today or this afternoon, I've avoided being out during the sun from 11 to about now, because in southeast Queensland, even though it's spring, it's quite warm. This whole patch is covered in sunshine, and I'm quite fair, got freckles, don't like to burn. It's not worth the heat and the hassle, and it's easier in the afternoon to come and do pruning and looking after the garden, and eventually doing some watering, because the wind and the sun has really dried the top layer of the soil out. There's a little bit of moisture underneath, but the top layer of the soil is really dry, so I need to see to that at some point. But what I'm doing right now is I'm squash leaves. I've got a scrap bucket here, which I take over to the composting bin, and I'm taking leaves off this plant that have been affected by powdery mildew. Now, I'm not sure 100% how it happens. Oh mate, you don't get on there. Little sort of ladybug type thing that's yellow with black spots, loves the mildew. And I've got quite a few of those hanging around because I've got quite a few leaves I need to sort out. I think it's caused by watering the leaves. Oh, little white spider. So that's my job this afternoon, is to tidy up this bed, get some of these leaves cut, and as long as I suppose they've got some sun leaves. And I also read that giving your plants a good trim, squash plants that is, oh mate, you don't want to go in the scrap pile, there you go. It also makes the plants a little bit healthier, and you're also creating a bit of room below the plants so that the oxygen and the air can flow through. I've also got some celery here that needs to see some sunshine, and some silver beet too, but this silver beet's a bit ragged, so that can go in the compost, but struggling to get some sunshine. It's not doing too good. I'll just cut some of these old leaves off. But this is doing really well. It's been cut right back again, but we've had this silver beet going now since around March. Now October. It's been feeding us for that long, and I can honestly say, hand on heart, that we probably would get a meal at silver beet once, twice a week, if not putting it in curries or freezing it, that sort of thing. But I've got loads of little new zucchinis coming up, which is really exciting. They're little fat ones, which are called Lebanese zucchinis. Just going to cut that off there because a fruit bat did its business, and fruit bat business is well, it just wrecks everything. It's like an acid. You don't want to get it on your car. Anyway, this morning, hopefully we caught some really good pictures on the camera. Mike was out in the garden with me just before we went shopping, and we saw tons of bees in this bed, which is really good sign. All pollinating my zucchini. Yeah, I came out to do that job myself. But they were doing it for me. And we were just saying how we haven't really seen many bees in the garden. Then we come out this morning and there they are, like, hey, I'm here. Oops, I've ruined that white spider's day. I don't know what kind of spider it is, but it's just white and very small. Okay, well that should give this celery a bit of growing power. It's doing really well at the minute. I really love, and I used to hate celery. Don't like eating it raw, and that's what I mean by hating celery. But it makes for a fabulous. So yeah, carrot tops, dehydrated. The green bits I mean by carrot tops. I had very auburn hair when I was younger, and that's the kind of thing people used to call you at school. I don't know why, because the top of a carrot is green, isn't it? So I'm going to continue doing a little bit of maintenance on this squash. I'm going to do a bit of tomato leaf pruning. Better get my scrap bucket. Well, I staked the pepper plants and they're doing rather well. I might just put this one a bit nearer to this one, because we're supposed to be getting a bit more wind. But it's not tempted to go, I can't cope. Now we suffer from what is known as fruit fly in summertime here, and I've not been very good with tomatoes when fruit fly have been around. Now on our mango tree we have had the most amount of flowers that look like they're turning into fruit. Fingers crossed that wind doesn't sort that out for us and we do have a good harvest this year. But got some natural fruit fly traps from a company in WA, and they reckon they have a good rate of success. So I'm hoping those come in time before these cherry tomatoes set fruit. Although I have read that cherry tomatoes are less likely to be stung than, say, a big tomato, like a beefsteak or something like that. But I do have beefsteaks in the other bed and they're just getting big. I think I disturbed a book there, I'm not sure what it was. It's green anyway. It was green and looked like a stink bug. And a stink bug is sometimes also known as a Christmas beetle here in Australia. They have a distinct sort of petrol-y smell to them. And I'm not seeing many for a few years. There's a worry that they're being spread out. They can be annoying. I think it sounds great, Christmas beetle, and also some of them have the most amazing sort of harlequin type colours and patterns on their backs. And if ever I get to see one, if I do this season, and I've got my camera and everything out, then I most definitely will show you, especially those people from Europe who might be watching the UK, because we don't have anything like that over there that I'm aware of anyway, not in the UK. By this time, I hadn't realised, but my little microphone that I bought had stopped working and it needed to be charged. But what I'm continuing to do here is trim those tomatoes and get rid of a lot of the suckers that come out at sort of like the armpits of the tomato, and allowing it to get a little bit more oxygen and not have any leaf or foliage that's near the ground, which can cause it to get disease. I'm bringing over some sugarcane mulch now to where the potatoes are. These potatoes are called Nicola. I can't remember how far back it was since I did put these in the ground. But what I'm doing here is I'm going to hill them with some sugarcane mulch. And I'm talking about when we were on holidays on our Great Ocean Road trip. There was quite a few places, especially in northern New South Wales and South Queensland, where they were burning the sugarcane, burning it back, and oh my goodness, it smells so good. It's got a kind of fresh, sort of sweet smell to it. It's a difficult one to describe, but I really love the smell of it. I absolutely love the smell of it, and especially when you start to water it in, it really gives off this pungent, sweet smell. But the good thing about mulch, no matter what it is that it keeps the moisture in the ground, and we're due to have a few really dry days without any rain. So hopefully it keeps the moisture down there, and it doesn't dry out too bad. And I'll come back in a few days and hill again when the potato leaves are a bit taller. Doing a bit of a David Bellamy here. I don't know who the equivalent would be here in Australia, but check out the size of this grasshopper. He's been living in the corn for a couple of days. He hasn't eaten anything as yet. Basil seeds are really tiny, tinier than mustard seeds, and I scattered some just at the foot of these tomatoes. I think it's swept down with watering, but they seem to have all congregated at this side. But I do have quite a few growing over there too. And over here is the oregano that's being shaded out by the lemongrass. So I do need to harvest some of that lemongrass. And I need to do something with it. What can I do? So that big zucchini there. That's not long before it needs harvesting. These chrysanthemums have been in since Mother's Day. They got them off the lovely Neve. And if we go a bit further in, we should be able to see another zucchini down here somewhere. Let's have a look. Where are we? No, there it is. Thank you friends for joining me in the garden today, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for your support.